Hello, good morning. Don't look at my hair, that would be homophobic. Just gonna pull it in a crazy tight bun again. Oh, I forgot to post on social media. Hold on. What's up? My hair is perfectly greasy, okay? Just as greasy as it should be. Some might say. Hello, little gay people in my computer. Welcome. It's moisturized is so true. I actually showered 2 days ago. My hair, it's always been like easily greasy looking, always. No matter like how often I'm washing it, but especially postpartum, it's another world. Perfect for a slick back bun. So true. So true. It is highlighter for my hair. Okay, hold on. I'm removing all these insane things that we did last time for my hear me out thing that wasn't that interesting. Oh no. That's too much. I feel like if you're running over the guardrail, maybe don't have a license anymore. Call me crazy. Just got a ladder. Hello.
You're so true, bestie.
We're gonna start with daily chores for sure. Regardless of what we decide to do. Maybe it's weird to capitalize the D. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's week? I haven't added in a second day of stream yet, as you can tell, since you haven't been here. Oh, I was gonna post on, like, hey, come watch me, girl. Hey, girl. That's what I need to do. We had a really busy weekend. We went to Halloween Town, and then we also went to the pumpkin patch. Believe it or not, it's getting harder and harder to not post my son online. Because he's literally the cutest thing that's ever happened. Halloween Town's a real place. It's in St. Helens, Oregon. It's like an hour and a half from us. Yeah. It's so hard. I took the cutest picture in the world of him yesterday. Yesterday, I feel like a bunch of people I know went to the pumpkin patch yesterday. It's like the perfect time to go because it's far enough away. We didn't buy any pumpkins. We didn't spend any money. We go to one that's like free to go, and then you pay for pumpkins. And I was like, well, I don't want any pumpkins. I just want pictures of my baby. It's so hard. Yeah, it's literally, it's so hard. I actually recently unfollowed a different influencer because she posts her baby too much. And she was posting so much information about him and so many pictures of his face and his body. And I've been following this girl for years, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's just, I can't get behind it. It's weird. It's weird when it's like your job. Now, when I follow someone from like my high school who has, 100 followers that are all people they know in real life, I do feel like it's a lot less weird. Now that I know what I know, I probably still wouldn't do that if that were me. But especially even just to feed the AI machine. Like I don't want to. Because I know it's someone y'all at least used to follow. Yeah. It's Color Me Courtney. She has so many followers. I don't feel bad saying it. My name is Morgan. My pronouns are she, her. But yeah, I've been following her for years. And she's been doing it a lot. And I was like, she had even said when she announced she was pregnant, she was like, we haven't decided, like, what we're going to do. We don't know if we're going to share his name or share him. Like, we're in talks about it. And I was like, that's great. Like, she has a lot of following, like a huge following. So it'd be great if she could talk about, like, the reasons why to not share your kid online. Because it's so much. Oh, let me post it on Discord too. But yeah, and they decided to do it. And like, I gave her a few weeks. Because I was like, maybe she just wants to share, his name, because it is a very unique name. And like a single picture of him. Because when people share their kids when they're very first born, like, we didn't. But to be fair, I would say the first like month, almost all human babies look very similar. Like, I'm like, I get it. Like, they're so cute. You're so proud. I get that. I obviously understand the impulse. Oh, thanks. Oh. What a cute delivery boy. Man, Not recognizable, not like... You can't... I mean, you can develop a parasocial relationship, but it's much harder because, like, they don't have any distinguishable features. And then... After that, I don't know, I feel like I thought about sharing a picture of Gonzo. Not the day he was born, because I didn't want anyone to know his name. That's the other thing. I don't want people being like, I don't think it's a smart idea for influencers to be like, on September, 15th, at 8:01 p.m. little granola cheesy Smith was born. You know what I mean? Like, that's a full name, a birthday. Pinless, I love when people post those videos.
Yeehaw!
Hello, Sparrow.
So
welcome.
Nice to see you, Morg. Happy Sunday.
She's a dickhead.
Carrot.
They also share their weight, which is super relevant to other people. I feel like it's cute. I do like it. Sorry. But yeah, they give out so much information. Anyway, yeah. And considering that Color Me Courtney, which is who I'm talking about specifically right now, is like very, she's a Black content creator. She is like mid-size, I would say. She's also like something I really liked about her. I still like about her. The reason I unfollowed her is because I don't want Instagram or anyone else thinking that I want to see more content of people's babies. I want to see content about my own baby that I make just for me. But like, I really like that she's confident. She knows what she's about. She's also very honest when she's not doing well, which I appreciate. She posts on her story being like, having a really tough brain day. Like, what are some things you guys do? And like, to be fair, those things are like they're for engagement, but I also feel like they're real, and maybe they're not. But yeah, it's just not baby BMI. That's what it is. It's so much. Yeah, so I unfollowed her. The last straw was she posted pictures of her kid, who is like right at 1 month old, I think. And they did like a newborn photo shoot that was like Pixar themed, which is super cute. I'm a Disney adult, unfortunately. Sorry. I get it. Very cute. But she was like, ruse first, like, of many implied. Photo shoot. Like, so cute. And it is cute. I don't know. I don't like it. And again, the other thing separately from, like completely separately from people, I'm not trying to say anything to get me in trouble on Twitch. Completely separately from the first problem you think of when you think of sharing kids online. Completely separately from, like, that type of very, 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 obviously very stressful, illegal person. More common, way more common, is people just being way too familiar with your kid. Like, I don't remember, this was years ago, like 2 years ago. This was, like, the final straw, being like, when we have kids, we're not sharing them online. There was some influencer doing a podcast, and, like, this clip went viral. And I've certainly talked about it before. But it was how she shares her kids online because she's an influencer, a content creator. And someone was like, I don't remember her kid's name, but we'll say, like, Johnny. So someone saw her and her kid in Target in, like, their town that they live in. And someone was like, oh my God, Johnny. And he, like, turned around and started walking towards a stranger because the stranger knows his name. And the stranger also probably knows that he's, like, into Paw Patrol and, like, other things like that. You know what I mean? Which is scary. So that was, like, the final thing where I was like, we're not sharing our kids online. It's so scary. And that person, I don't think, is, like, a trying to do illegal things person. They're just they think they know your kid. And they don't know them. And you don't know that they are a nice person who's going to say nice things. You know? Also, separately, for many human person being weird, the AI machine it will take photos of your kid and put them in other things. You can do weird things without being malicious is so true. The scariest thing is posting your kid in real time. Yeah. That's another thing we used to always do, obviously, because we're two adults. So we'll be like, here's us at the, Art and Air Festival, like right now live, posting it on our story. And we have had to start doing it, like, posting later on our story. Because I don't want to post, like, because I'm still a content creator. And part of that is, like, trying to answer questions before they're asked. So, like, if I post a picture of anything, people are like, oh, what's the link? Where's that from? Where are you at? So I try to be like, here's a picture of me tagging the art exhibit I'm at or whatever. So that it happens. But we are getting used to doing that after the fact, so that we're not like, here's a tagged location of where we're at right now with our baby, by the way. It's smart. And your baby, he's being snatched away by a pterodactyl now. Have I complained on here about this girl that I went to high school with? Me with 500 followers posting out of sequence when I'm on vacation. There's this girl I went to high school with. And I can't show you because I'm not going to show her kids. But I'm not exaggerating. I'm going to bring the mic closer for effect. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you, quite literally, this girl posts 76 photos per day, per child, on Facebook. And she'll be like, first kid photo dump, part 1. Second kid photo dump, part 2. And it's because I guess 76 is, like, the max. It's probably 80, and, like, it's showing me the first 4, and then it'll say 76 plus. On Facebook, it's the max you can post in one time. Every single day. Every single day. She does this. And I think what she's trying to do is use Facebook as, like, a Google Photos, which is not a good idea for so many reasons. She also recently posted some photos. First of all, there's several of her kids, like, in various states of undress, getting baths, things like that. Things that people who work with, like, finding and destroying stressful content about children are like, please don't ever take these photos for your photo albums. Obviously I have a zillion pictures of my baby in the bath for me. Don't ever post them anywhere.
Yeah.
And I thought people who posted 30 non-personal posts a day were a problem. Anyway, she posts stuff like that. The other day, she posted her 2 kids playing with, like, these toys that were just... The images were a problem. They could very easily be fed into several different scenarios, either with AI or people being stressful. And I was like, at what point do I message this girl and be like, hey, as someone whose job is on the internet and who's consumed quite a lot of content from people talking about not sharing your kids online, please stop doing this. Your kids are so cute. They're so cute. Keep them to yourself, you know? Post a couple photos a year being like, we're still doing good. Please, I'm begging you. Or get some sort of encrypted photo sharing thing for your family. Give the kid a front-facing GoPro. It's just so stressful. It's presumably a private Facebook. So I hope it's not going to, like, any person who's stressful, but it is going to go to AI. Like, it's on public. I don't think so. For calling CPR. For calling CPS, no. The kids are very well taken care of and things like that, but absolutely Sparrow. I also don't ever post on Facebook. I hope everyone who's friends with me on Facebook thinks that I don't get on there, but I get on every day. I have Facebook to stalk other people online that I went to high school with. And then I love Facebook Marketplace. Yeehaw. They will have to pry Facebook Marketplace from my hands because I love it so much. Facebook is not a private group chat. Your friends could be the problem easily. We're those parents who don't let like a bunch of people change our kid's diaper. We change it upstairs, like the grandparents can change it, and Hannah. And I think that's it. We don't let anyone else change them. I scroll on Marketplace like it's social media also. I never post and then I get annoyed when my classmate from 15 years ago doesn't post. That's literally me. I'll be like, did you guys get divorced? I'm going to run for president. I'm going to run for president and I'm going to make it a law that if you get divorced, you have to tell me what happened. There's this other girl I went to high school with who I'm obsessed with. Her name's Andrea. Andrea, if you're out there, girly. She is doing so much for the nosy community right now. So I don't know her kid's name, but she has one kid that she had with her husband. I don't know his name either. We'll call him Tim. Andrea and Tim, been married for, I don't know, between 5 and 8 years. They have a kid who's probably between 3 and 4, if I had to guess. Last Mother's Day, as far as I knew they were happy, as far as anyone knew they were happy, they post like a normal amount, nothing weird, about like the vacations they go on, their anniversaries, things like that. Last Mother's Day, when's Mother's Day? It was like right before I gave birth, right? When is Mother's Day? May? That sounds right. Yeah. May. She posted, Happy Mother's Day. My husband's mistress, who's pregnant with his second kid, which is crazy because he can't even remember our kid's birthday. And I was like, oh my God, drag him. Then, just a few days ago, and she's been posting other things. No, he has one kid with my friend Andrea. And then he is having a second kid with his mistress. She posted something else between now and then that was like, you know, it was on Father's Day. And it was like, can't believe that there are some fathers out there who would, like, rather leave their loving wife and their incredible daughter, like, because, like, you're not going to be, basically the gist is, like, you're not going to be a better father to this new kid. What's her Venmo? I want to buy her dinner. And I was like, good. Screw that, man. Then, a few days ago, she posted a screenshot from a conversation she was having on her phone. So it's like a text conversation. And someone said, like, hey, Tim, heard about your new baby boy, you know, Jonathan or whatever his name is. Like, so happy for you. I know you always wanted a son. Andrea and this guy had a daughter. And she responded and said, like, hey, Joan, this is Andrea, his ex-wife. You must be thinking of Tiffany, his mistress, that he left me and our daughter to go be with. Here's his number if you want to talk to him, though. Bonkers. I was like, good for her. I don't know who Joan is, but she should know. Should I post a Notes app announcement of my Instagram of my divorce? I think you should. She's so brave. She's so cool. She was also the kind of girl in high school who, she was, like, very into stuff that was, like, not cool. She was very into, like, manga and, like, she was, like, teaching herself Japanese for fun and stuff like that. She was not, like, a cool girl. And she was like, okay, this is the stuff I like. So, she was amazing. The devaluing of daughters melts my brains. That is so true. Here's some Ice ASMR also. Me too, queen. I'm sure she was getting bullied by someone because, like, it's high school and everyone's getting bullied by someone. But, like, she's an icon. She's a legend. The first sign of divorce on Facebook is a swap from the last name to the middle name. This girl who's my best friend in elementary school definitely went through a divorce. She doesn't post anything about her husband anymore. But I have no idea. I don't know what happened. This is just home coffee. I think it's butter pecan flavored. Is it bullying if you don't care? Is it? Because I feel like it's not. Because, like, I wouldn't say that I get bullied online by people being like, you're fat and ugly. Because I'm like, okay. All right, bud. Come on. You know, I don't feel bullied when it happens. I do miss when people would say it's complicated. I never said that. I have had many unfortunate friendships, and also my relationship with my parents in my life. I have never had a bad, like, actual dating relationship. It's heckling. I want self-esteem so strong I'm unbullyable. We can all practice together. Maybe we'll start doing that at the beginning of stream. I'll make everyone... It'll be like Doggyland with Snoop Dogg, except it'll be Morgyland with you guys. Thank you. I feel like I get a good amount of time. I think I'm unbullyable, actually. I believe that, Pinless. I should put my relationship with my parents as it's complicated. The hack to being unbullyable is being autistic, I'm afraid to say. Can't be bullied if you don't think anyone's being mean. That's so true. Someone I know got engaged like 6 months ago to some dude she'd been dating for a couple months. She'd been married before and has cheated on every partner she's ever had. And then all of a sudden I saw she was single like a month ago. Next thing I know, she's dating my friend's ex of 10 years a week after they broke up. I love to be nosy. I love to be nosy. I also, in my old age, because I'm 30 now. Hello, welcome. You said something that felt mean. You doing okay? Do you have big feelings? Take a nap. Sometimes people are really mean to us. I would say, what's up? Hey, girl. Oh, no, don't be sorry. What you need? Oh, hey, girl. Baby's up. Nice. Yeah. I feel like the funniest thing is, in my old age, I do feel like while I'm the same amount of judgmental, I will be like, that's their business. Like, I can judge here at my home, you know? But, like, I don't know what's going on. I'm sure there are people who are like, I can't believe Morgan used to do OnlyFans and now she's a baby. You know? And that's fine. Think whatever you want. My least favorite is people who overshare but delete. Yes! I'm constantly saying meanest shit ever, but who am I to judge? That's so me. Oh no, we'll have to move. I thought, man, this Dunkin' drink is good. That's so true. Seeing people in my due date group pregnant at their 6-week appointments. Hag energy. We have to talk about this. This is a perfect example. Because I'm not judging as in like, I think you're a bad person and I think that you're stupid and I think that you don't deserve anything good to happen in your life. But I am like, okay, walk me through it, honey. Walk me through it. How did we get here? So many, I'm not in a due date group on Facebook, but I am in a couple of like parenting groups. So often. If you didn't know, when you get pregnant and then you have the baby, typically, assuming you had like a normal delivery, pregnancy, all that good stuff, typically you are not like cleared to have sex for 6 weeks. And even then, a lot of doctors will be like, listen to your body. You know, that's usually when they talk to you about contraception. They'll be like, did you want to get back on birth control? Did you have another form of birth control that you're using? You know, things like that. And so often in these parenting groups, these girlies will get on and they'll be like, I know I was supposed to wait 6 weeks, but I just couldn't help myself. My husband's so handsome. And go off, girl. You know, my husband's really handsome. I love to jump his bones. If the doctor was like, maybe don't do that. And if I was like, maybe I don't want to have another baby really quick, then I wouldn't jump his bones. It's actually very easy to not do. I'm doing it right now. And then she'll be like, and I got pregnant. I don't know how this happened. And I'll be like, I know how it happened. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't? What? It happened before. What do you mean you don't know how it happened? It happened before, sweetheart. Walk me through it. What do you mean you don't know how it happened? And all the time, they will be like, I thought I couldn't get pregnant while I was breastfeeding. Okay. That is so sad, actually, because that's not true. That's something people used to say 50 years ago, and it's never been true. It's not true. How did it happen the first time? I thought I unchecked that box in game settings. You can get pregnant. This is like the hot tub thing. The sperm can't get past the milk barrier. Here's the reason why people think you can't get pregnant breastfeeding. Super often, your period won't come back for a while after giving birth. I have not had a period now for over a year. Slay. It's amazing. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. And in theory, like, you can't get pregnant if you're not having a period because, like, there's no egg traveling, right? That's what you would think. I'm understanding why you thought that. However, I do feel like it's happening so often that I'm begging doctors to specifically hold the person by the shoulders and say, hey, if you do not want to get pregnant again anytime soon, you have to be using some form of birth control. Now, my form of birth control is being gay. But it is a form of birth control. If you don't want your period, you can get pregnant. 8 weeks postpartum on Christmas Eve. I hate when they admit it was a bad idea and they did it anyway. Why are you shocked? It's the shock that is surprising to me. I'm shocked that you're shocked. What do you mean? I have the kind of being gay that can still get you pregnant, unfortunately. I'm sorry. It isn't a medically good decision to get pregnant back to back. Even if you had a really good pregnancy the first time, so often people have like really stressful pregnancies the second time. I write gay. And obviously, like, there are all kinds of relationships that fall under the gay umbrella, and some of them can get pregnant. I can't, though, and I'm not here to explain the nuances of gender to my doctor. So I literally just write, like, gay, smiley face. I'm gay. Pregnancy doesn't fix endo. People love to say that. Yeah. Speaking of people saying, I don't know how this happened, it happens on 90 Day Fiancé all the time. All the time. And I feel like this is, like I said, a perfect example of me being like, I'm not judging. I don't think that you don't deserve good things or you're stupid or da-da-da-da. I'm angry at whatever state you live in, whatever doctor you had, all the people in your life who made you think that you couldn't get pregnant right after you were just pregnant. Because you can. The 90 Day Fiancé's producers should hold sex education sessions. Yes. That's okay, I'll judge them from over here. It's almost like abstinence only such a kick. It's just so true. And I said it right and good. Hello, welcome. Yeah, on 90 Day Fiancé. The other thing about the girlies, at least on my like #BoyMoms group, Facebook group, which is as great as it sounds. It's so something. Yes, so many of them. Speaking of Pinless, by the way, it's like the person who got pregnant is always the one in the group. 99% of them are women. There are a few trans folks in my group. I should join one that's specifically for queer people. But sometimes they overlap with like crunchy moms, and I'm really not into that. But anyway. The moms, I'm generalizing. So many of the moms who get pregnant less than 6 weeks after giving birth, right at 2 months after giving birth, you know, so many of them will be like, my husband just doesn't like to wear condoms. And I don't really like to wear them, or I don't like when he wears them either. And I'll be like, okay, what do you mean? Okay, I don't like to brush my teeth in the morning. It's not fun. I don't like to wear my seatbelt in the car. But if I have a really good time crashing into another car over and over, it might be a good idea if I had a seatbelt on. No, we're not watching Love is Blind. We were watching 90 Day Fiancé for a while. It got boring. That is so true, Maggie. Maybe that's part of the reason I'm so angry. You can play around in many other ways. Yeah, none of these people were in high school and someone's in the back of someone's car? You guys aren't familiar with, you know, other things? Yeah. I think that's the other thing, Gremlin Lady, is if someone, I've never seen it, but if someone posted being like, you know, we were using birth control, we were also using a condom, this still happened, then I'd be like, that sucks. There is another option depending on the city you live in. I'm so sorry. But it's never that. It's never that. It's always some girl who's like, my husband doesn't like to wear a condom. And I'm like, okay, guess your husband's not having sex. What do you mean? What do you mean? There's this thing called knee deep in the passenger seat. That's so true, Hag Energy. As the proud owner of a weenus, it's not that different. If God is real, that's the first question I'm asking. I'll be like, can I have 20 minutes and a penis and a condom? I have to know what these boys are complaining about. Sorry. I have to know. It can't be that bad. No, seriously, John. There's so many people who post in the group. There are a lot of people. It's like, honestly, there's a lot of really good moments where someone will be like, my partner or husband or boyfriend or whatever did this like a little stressful thing, but like it was the first time anything like this has ever happened. Like, you know, should I stay with him, or like, do you think it's more concerning? And it's a lot of like hashtag girl power, like, no, you should leave now, or at least you should try to find a way to leave. Like, you know, blah, 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 blah. Or people being like, I do think it's possible for this to be a one-time thing, like, you know. Anyway, I don't ever speak on any of those things because I have nothing to say and nothing to add. However, I'm not talking about those girls. I'm not talking about people who are actually in a bad situation. So often, there will be like some girl who just has like a loser of a boyfriend. Like, he's not abusive. He's not really stressful. He's just a loser. And she'll be like, my boyfriend really wants me to breastfeed. We got pregnant after dating 3 months, and now we live together, and our baby is 6 months old. And, you know, he doesn't have a job. Every job he has, he always quits because he says, like, the boss is an asshole. And I am working, but he, like, really wants me to breastfeed, but it's so hard to be working and breastfeed. And also, he doesn't want to take care of the baby, so I have to pay for daycare. And, like, I just really don't know what to do, but I love him so much. Like, he's literally my soulmate. I love him so much. And I'll be like, you don't love him so much. You cannot love him so much. He does not love you. He does not think you are a person. Leave. Dump him. And I do comment on those. I'll be like, bestie, there's someone out there who will love you and be nice to you. Leave him. People will be like, is he abusive? Is he stressful? And she's like, no, oh my God. He doesn't really, like, kiss me or tell me he loves me or, like, spend any time with the baby. But he's not, like, mean. And I'm like, right. That's not nice, though. Bestie, that's bad. I bring a kind of dump him energy to most conversations that straight girls don't like. He doesn't have to be abusive for him to suck bad. That's what I'm going to put on the back of the dump him shirt. I know too many people, particularly women in my life, who stay with a man because he's not abusive. That is not... Imagine living in a tent when you could be in a house... This is a bad metaphor, I'm realizing, but go with it. Imagine being in the tent because you're like, well, this house isn't on fire. And I'm like, right, you, in the metaphor, have tons of money to buy a different house. That's a house, though. And you're like, I've been in a house, that house caught on fire. So now I want to be in the tent. And I'm like, the tent could catch on fire. But in the meantime, you could be in a nice house. Okay, it's a bad metaphor. Do you see where I'm going, you know? The bar's so low. The tent lets in water, girl. A Viber wouldn't bring this negative energy into your life. No, too much sky. Yes. Chelsea, I'm not sure if this is where you're going, but this is where I'm going. So many people will be like, I used to be with a guy who was mean to me with his hands. Sorry, I'm trying to work within Twitch's terms of service. And now I'm with a guy who sometimes calls me mean names, and that's like way better. And I'm like, it is better by definition. eating shit and stepping in shit, stepping in it is better. It's still bad, though, bestie. It's still not good. I find it difficult to go 2 or 3 hours without telling my girlfriend I love them. It's just so much. One doesn't cancel out the other. What do you mean? He wasn't ready for the emotional commitment of texting her back. I think about this all the time. There's an episode of Catfish. And I don't remember which episode it is. I know that the guy isn't a catfish. Or the girl, whichever. I don't remember who called the show. They're not a catfish. However, the guy, red flags all around. And when they finally meet and they're talking with Neve and Max, he is like, suddenly, even though he's been like sending all these nice messages and is like, I think he's the one that called the show, but he's like, well, now that I'm meeting you, like, I just don't understand how you're not a catfish, because like I text you all the time and you don't respond. And this girl has like 2 jobs and like little siblings that she takes care of, and she's like, yeah, I'm busy a lot, so I can't always be texting you, like I'm busy super often. And he was like, okay, so you just get home and you throw your phone in the trash? And I think about that all the time. He's a bad man. I hope he's having a bad day. He's so mean to that girl. I have things to do. I still think it's Katy Perry. What a good episode of Catfish. It was just so weird. We still love each other, so it didn't feel like typical abuse. Happens too often. If you're here and you've ever thought it could be worse about your relationship, I don't think you're in a good relationship. Word from a man who doesn't know there's work to do in homes. It could be better. That is what matters, Chelsea. If you're looking up signs, that's your sign. Yeah. But he bought me flowers, so he's sorry. Also, like, you shouldn't feel... I can't say this enough. You should not feel afraid to talk to your partner about basically anything, I would say. You should not be afraid to mention that some dude came to your work today and was flirty with you. And you were like, ugh, weird. You should not be afraid to be like, I've been having really stressful thoughts about the world or my body or my life. You should not be afraid of your partner. Really, in any situation, I would say. That is not good. You also shouldn't feel stupid. You should not consistently feel like you are stupid when you're talking to them. Yeah, that's true. I also am here once again, believe it or not, telling everyone to go to therapy. Welcome. Good morning. Did you breathe today? You might benefit from therapy. We're having a whole meeting about DV and all types of relationships because people forget that being gay doesn't... Oh my god. Speaking of which, Alyssa, I don't think my friend Elise is here, but my friend Elise, who does my nails, just had a... What's the word that I want? Like a customer? A client come in? I say just. Like within the last 6 weeks since I saw her last. And was talking, and she was like, y'all know those kind of straight people who have like the ally flag, and they're like, I love gay people, and they do mean well and they're not bad, but like sometimes they say things and you're like, okay, you're not quite right. You're not quite right. She was talking to Elise, and she was like, oh, and I just feel like gay people are so happy because they never have domestic violence situations. And Elise was like, what are you talking about? What? And she was like, oh yeah, because like you never hear about gay people being in like abusive relationships. And she was like, it does happen though. What do you mean? And she was like, what? I've never heard of that. And Elise was like, it does happen a lot. And she was like, oh my god, I had no idea. I was like, that girl, I'm glad she learned something. She said it like it was like she was like, yeah, isn't it crazy? I do think there's, I thought the closest thing that maybe she's thinking of is I think the divorce rate is lower for queer couples. But, like, have you guys heard that thing about how the divorce rate isn't, like, it's not done the way that you think it is? It's like every year they determine, they take how many people that got married that year and how many people got divorced that year. And that's, like, how they get the number. But, like, the people who get married stay married the whole time. They don't get married every year. And people who get divorced are actually more likely to get divorced more than once. Yeah. What idiot statistician decided this? Why isn't it my thing connecting? Hey, bud. I don't know. I genuinely think a lot of folks think things in their head and turn it into fact. You're talking about me. I'm so sorry. This story wasn't about me, but I do that. It's not on purpose. It's just what happens. Did something get unplugged? What's happening? I'm so scared right now. Try that on for size. What's happening? We should get remarried every year. It is like birth and death rates. Well, no, because you can only be born and only die once. You can get married a bunch of times. There we go. I'm thinking of the Confederate war troopers. Y'all. That is how it feels though, Red Wolf. I'm like, you don't know. You don't know what I've been up to. They should though. They should do a happiness study. And they'd be like, wow, these gay people are really happy. I would single-handedly sway the study, I'm certain. I don't care if you're fine, go to therapy. So true. They should let me run the census with you guys. Everyone share a little win. My little win. I love that you voted. My little one is that the baby, whose name I won't say, woke up at like 6 a.m. and he was like, I'm ready to hang out. And I was like, I don't think so. I think you're still sleepy, bestie. And he was awake for like 30 minutes. But then he went back to sleep. And we got to snuggle the rest of the morning. Hold on. I wish I was gay. My relationships would be so much easier. Yes. 12-hour shift. My other little one is I'm filming a decluttering video. Y'all act surprised later. But I'm filming a decluttering video this week that'll be out in 2 weeks because I try to film like 2 weeks ahead. I'm so excited. That's so fun. Having autism in my enclosure. Love that. You imply that my memory lasts more than a day. And everything shower, amazing. Oh my god, it says your first time chatter. Oh, wait. Now, hold on. This isn't beep bop beep bop. Beep 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 bop. This is someone else. Welcome. You're so brave. My little lose is that I'm still wearing this ugly shirt in Animal Crossing. New boob just beeped. Pinless, you must be exhausted from carrying around being the funniest person. No, but I've chatted and had to make a new account. Got logged out. So fair. That's so fair. Going to the drive-in tonight. Mabel's so cute. I thought you said my little one is that I made it past my pathetic panic attack. And I was like, hell yeah, bully yourself into being mentally well. But I'm glad that you went. I hope you had fun. That's how I heard about Girltopia and came out here to sell clothes and stuff. A couple times a week. I'd love to look. Fun dinner. My little one is that Felix went to the grocery store yesterday and now I don't have to be evil. Okay, at least the Henley shirt would be less ugly than what I'm wearing right now. Oh, the hat's kind of cute. I wish it wasn't striped. I am interested. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it makes it worse. I love fun dinner. What? I don't know what it thinks you're typing. Or are you trying to be secretive? I've literally never used a treasure island. I don't know how. If there's a dot in what you're typing, it thinks it's a website. I can't imagine what you're typing, though. I'm on the edge of my seat. What the fuck? Mr. Toad. Oh, that makes sense. Open. Tempted to restart Animal Crossing and not skip time. I have not been skipping time. I've never used a treasure island. I don't know how to do it. And I'm not gonna learn. Okay, last night I did all but the last bit. So, for these guys. So we're gonna find out who's gonna be here, which is Maggie. I don't know Maggie. Maggie. Oh, I haven't finished this one. That's what we're gonna do today. And then this is the one that just popped up. Who is she? She's a pig. Okay. I can get behind that. A mouse! I love the mice! Broccolo! What are you into, Broccolo? What do you look like? What do you look like? So cute. So cute. I like all of the mice, pretty much. A mouse with bangs. That's giving girl, I think. He's lazy. Imagine being a lazy mouse. Oh my god, Antonio, can I have your birthday hat? Oh, I didn't get him anything. What do I have in my pocket? I'll give him a radio. Here you go. Here's a radio. Happy birthday, baby girl. Antonio's cute. He is not girl. I love his hat, though. Hat, very girl. I think it's cute that he says honk. Cute. Imagine only 2 people came to his birthday, though. That's really sad, because I didn't put any people on the island. He's giving me femme bear. You're not wrong. I'm still not over last week when you guys were like, I think Beardo could be a girl. And now that you've said it, I kind of can't unsee it. He looks like my non-binary friend Rex, who's also a girly. I can get behind that. We might skip time today, even though I just said that we wouldn't. Just because, it depends on what. It depends. Okay, I gotta put my new shirt on. Where is it? Where? Slay. I'm so cute. That's so much cuter already. You do. You really have to grind for those Nook Miles. I want to see Smile 2 so bad. Unfortunately, since giving birth, I'm now kind of a wuss. Never in my life have I been like, I'm too scared, I have to stop reading. And yesterday morning, I'm still reading The Outsider by Stephen King. Unfortunately, it's kind of gotten really good. Sorry. Don't tell anyone. But I did have to stop listening because I got too scared. Which has never happened in my life. But here's the thing, though, that I think is adding to it, I'd like everyone to know, is that I read when I'm on shift with the baby. And so I am reading to... I listen on normal speed. I don't speed it up at all. I'm happy for everyone who does. I'm looking for, like, an experience. So, like, they hired a reader who's not just, like, reading words, who is, like, putting inflection and things on for a reason. And so I listen to it at normal speed. And I feel like when I try to fast forward it, I don't get like dramatic pauses. Anyway, I start my shift at 3 a.m. So I'm listening to it from like 3 a.m. to like 6 a.m., which adds to the scary. I got too scared and had to stop reading Twilight. That's so fair. That's too scary of an hour. It's so scary. I speed up because I only have so much free time. I'm a busy guy. I hear the baby. My partner in Edible was listening to Twilight and got too scared. Oh, did he say I could donate these? Were y'all paying attention? Because I wasn't. Oh, yeah. Nice. Who's gonna file all these reports? Yeah, I loved Smile 1 so much. It's, I would say, honestly, the best horror film I've ever seen. I was scared. I was interested. I loved it. Loved everything about it. Loved everything about it. If you were like, maybe I would like it. Stop. Hey, stop. Think. Listen to what I'm saying. If you are at all in a depressive episode, do not watch that film. You need to be in your best mental health. If you have ever been like, maybe I don't want to be on the planet anymore, wait 6 months before the last time you've thought that before you watch the film. That's what I will say. Or if you're prone to issues with unreality, I would also say that, yeah. It's called Smile. It was so good. It's literally the scariest film I've ever watched. I think about it all the time. I wish there was a book. It was so good. It is... Look at the content warnings. I forgot to sell my turnips. Y'all hear my tummy? Whoops. My nips. Oh man. Okay, let's see. What kind of supplies do I have here? Because I don't remember what I'm supposed to build for the other guy. Oh, I need iron. And I couldn't get any more iron yesterday. Okay, let's see. What are we working with? Okay. Alright. I know I need iron, so I'm definitely going to have to go through... I haven't seen this up... I'm so scared. I haven't seen the substance. I read the synopsis. That's not true. I read, like, a one-sentence synopsis of, like, what it's about. And I just don't know... I don't know if I'd be into it. What is happening? Okay. The garage door is so loud. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Then we'll come back. I'll shake some trees. Get some iron. And then I think we'll build the last stuff for this last house. And then maybe we will skip time. Just for a few days so we can see who moves into these houses. And then maybe do what we need to do to get another villager together. Okay, be right back. In the meantime, what's a good question? Everyone say your first childhood crush on like a celebrity or a cartoon character or whatever. Hello. Sorry, I had to go upstairs, number one. Number two, then I had to snuggle the baby. So, pretty important. I didn't know they were sharing pictures of Aaron. Okay, let's get to shaking some trees. Oh, I still don't have a slingshot. Let's go build that. It's important. Snuggle tax. I love when Tom Nook's in his fall fit. May I present Spirit the horse? I don't know if you're a furry if you're into Spirit the horse. So many people are into Spirit the horse. I don't have slingshot. Am I crazy? No. I need to buy it. Let's do it now. Yeah? As in it's a good fit? That's what you're saying? Okay, let's do pretty good tools. Even though what I want is a Nook Miles ticket, but we do need tools. No, I'm not really into Spirit the horse. I'd like to be clear, but so many people are. When people say it, I'm like, yeah, no. I mean, like, I get it. And he's a handsome horse. You know? Now, yeah, the dad and the... Not the dad. The boyfriend and the Aristocats. That I get. Thomas O'Malley, the O'Malley the alley cat. Welcome. Glad that you're here. Ally. Welcome to our stream. I'm not personally a furry, but if you are a furry, you are welcome here. Aristocats is so good. Does it age well? No. Do any of them? Come on. Let's be honest. I cannot match the freak, but I can respect the freak. That is so true. Alright. I like to start on the main part of the island. And try to get the things I need, and then I'll go out if I need to. Oh, he's definitely gonna watch the Aristocats. I don't think there's anything we're not gonna watch. I think there's just gonna be some things where, like, we have a conversation afterwards. The first crush I can think of. The first crush I can really think of was probably Peter Pan. After that, I would say Aladdin. Meg from Hercules. Big household name. I hate this tree. Ugh, the Peter Pan mermaids. Yeah, there's just a lot of things that have not aged well, particularly in the Disney bubble, that I think we're gonna, like, have a conversation afterwards. But also, like, I'm not trying to only show my kid, like, I don't know. I think it's important to watch things that haven't aged well, to then have a conversation, depending on the thing, to be like, you know, it's important to know that things cannot age well. Does that make sense? The baby will have media literacy. I was deeply interested in their bangs. It's so true. I heard you're going on a walk. Love you. Miss Peregrine from Stick It. Stick It, the skating movie? No, I'm thinking of Whip It. Which Stick It? Whip it, stick it, bop it, pull it, pop it. Gymnastics. I did not see those. That's so fair. Gymnastics movie, no. I did see, do y'all remember when they made that Fame movie in the early 2000s? I was the kind of person, I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. So I had seen Fame, like the TV show, kind of a lot. Because of my mom and because of my grandparents. And then they made that movie in the early 2000s and it was not good. Ice Princess with, was it one of the Panettiere sisters? No, Panabaker sisters? Step Up to the Streets. I have seen it. I don't remember anything about it. Not me watching Ice Princess a few months ago. Yeah, I wasn't super into that. I'm trying to think. The DCOM I was really into. Let me think. I loved 13, the one where the kid is, like, turns into a merman. I watched that one just a few weeks ago. By the way, Kristen Stewart's in that movie as an extra. The 13th year, thank you. Kristen Stewart is standing in line. She's like 8 years old. I watched a lot of Roseanne at Nick at Night, on Nick at Night. Girl, what are you doing here? She's so small. It's so precious. Ariana, what are you doing here? Have y'all seen... Sorry if anyone here is a big Ariana fan. I am not. So, if you're an Ariana apologist, I'm so sorry. But, I saw someone talking about Ariana the other day on TikTok. Pretending, like doing a skit pretending to be her. She was like, I don't know why people think that my voice used to sound so different. I've always sounded like this. Yeah, perhaps they're confusing me with someone else. I'm not sure why they think I used to talk differently. And then it's like videos of her doing like interviews when she was doing a black accent for a while. I think she's actually going to be really good as Glinda. I do something, first of all, this is a safe space. How do I say this? When a celebrity in particular makes a video that the thesis is like, it's hard to be skinny too, and I wish people would stop talking about my body. So fair. I do wish people would stop like talking about other people's bodies in general. There's so many more interesting things to talk about. The vibe that comes off of a video like that. It is a little bit giving, like, it's so hard. And I'm like, compared to not being thin, like, won't someone think about how hard it is for thin people? I don't know. Yeah, now Thank You Next is a great album. But yeah, I'm not really Mario fan. She just reminds me too much, and it's not really her fault. And also, she's not gonna see this, and also her bills are paid, so. But like, I just don't. You have to really go past my expectations and needs and wants for you to be a thin white woman, and me to still be like interested in the things you're doing and saying. Sorry, like. I don't have anyone I would have rather seen, because everyone I would have seen is like too old to be Glinda in a movie. Something that is a little annoying that happens with her and also with Taylor Swift is I feel like people kind of talk about them as if they like worked so hard and like were discovered, and like both of them have rich parents, don't they? Like really rich parents. And they are talented. I don't think you can say that they're not. But sometimes people do this thing where they talk about these girls as if they know them, as if they like went to high school together and they both came from this like same small town, and like, you know, if they got discovered and made it. And I'm like, okay. They only owned a McMansion. They both grew up rich and quickly became child stars. I can't talk. Yeah, I shared a thing on my story the other day that was like, Taylor Swift is not your friend. She's a billionaire. She's not a reader. She's a billionaire. She's not a baking girly. She's a billionaire. Like, think about that. And it's true. Someone responded and they said, like, I'm trying to remember how they said it because they said it very well. But they were like, it's okay to really like celebrities. There are several celebrities I really like, but they are also a brand. And, like, people need to remember that. And I was like, yes. Because Chapel was putting in time at the fast food drive-thru. Yes. Taylor Swift has a book coming out soon. And that's what, like, the thing that I shared they were talking about. Because they were like, I can't believe you can only buy it at Target. And I was like, why do you not believe that? That sounds exactly like her. Oh, my shovel. Is my shovel what broke? That's not what it's called. Penless is joking, right? Now I'm suspicious. I can't tell. One thing about Penless is they love to spread misinformation. Okay, what I need is a good axe that can cut things down. Swifty P. Johnson, how I started Pride. Yeah. I think also this is a great example though because Chapel is still, not in a bad way, but like she is also a brand. Like, people are gonna do things and say things that you won't like because they're not you. Yes. Peach PRC putting in time at the strip club. I love it. I respect it. And I'm not saying I don't respect people who... I'm not saying I don't respect Nepo babies. I think you can be a Nepo baby and be talented. What I think you shouldn't do is be a Nepo baby and act like you only got there because of your talent. You know what I mean? If your parents are famous because they're talented, there is a very good chance you are also actually talented. That is fine. But you need to be like, I was really lucky to be born rich. Yeah, I'm a fucking Nepo baby. I don't know who Hugh Quaid is, but... Is it Dennis Quaid's son? I also want someone who can speak better than me to say something about how, like, I'm also tired of people treating influencers the same as they treat, like, Taylor Swift. Because, like, someone who has 1 million followers on TikTok because they post about cleaning their house does not have the same thought process, capability, resources as someone who has been in the industry for, like, so long. Like, years and years and years. And people will be like, can't believe this person said this. Or, I don't know, you know what I mean? And I'm like, they're just like, so many, with TikTok being the way that it is, so many just, like, regular people are, like, content creators. And I really like it. But with, like, media literacy dying, I think people aren't thinking about the fact that, like, Yeah, you know how you have coworkers who, like, you like to hang out, you go for drinks sometimes, but also that coworker is sometimes like, oh yeah, I had a cousin who decided to be gay. You wouldn't then be like, time to give this person a lesson. You'd be like, okay, all right. You know? High-profile celebrities carry a lot of adjacency to power compared to low-profile influencers trying to navigate their lives with limited resources and ability. And I'm not at all... I'd like to be clear. I'm not saying, like, influencers don't have the kind of sway you think they do. Because, like, I do think that, like, influencers... I mean, it's in the name. You know what I mean? Is KK Slider a Nepo baby? You're so right. I bet he is. It is important for people with any influence to acknowledge it, know about it, use it responsibly, etc., etc. But me posting about Palestine every 2 to 3 days, 3 to 4 days, depending on, you know, because we're trying to, like, keep our job online, is not the same as Ariana Grande posting about it. And both are important, but I, for one thing, because I have a smaller following, everybody who's following us already knows things, you know what I mean? They're already talking about it. And I'm not saying I'm going to stop doing it, but, like, it's like I'm preaching to the choir with stuff like that, you know? Versus Ariana Grande. The parasociality means they'll hold you to a higher standard. Yes. Exactly, Penles. You get it. You so get it. Alright. What I need is... I need garden table. Garden chair. And I forgot the other one. Let's go look. I don't even live in the US and I get it. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's a weird time that we live in. It's a weird job that I have. Yeah, no, that's true. Okay, these are all done. What I just need is the exteriors of this. Bird bath is the other thing I need. Okay, natural garden chair, natural table, and bird bath. It depends on the celebrity. Share your small town gossip. What do you have to tell us? Let me think. Do I have any gossip? I don't have any small town gossip. Something that I will say, we don't talk about the show Sister Wives as much as we used to, like 2 years ago. Because so many of the, like, kids from that show were, like, really featured on there, and, like, it shouldn't have been about the kids, it should be about the adults. But something I will say is that recently one of the kids, it's been, like, revealed is too big of a word, but, like, one of the main guys, like, 18 kids, it's, like, now confirmed that, like, she has no contact with him and, like, shouldn't talk to him anymore. And I'm sure other ones also don't, but this is the first time on the show that they've been like, oh yeah, this kid doesn't talk to him anymore. And it was so validating. It's so nice to see. It's just nice. Like, nice to see seems mean because it's obviously very sad when someone doesn't have a parent in their life anymore because of the parent's behavior. But it's very... I don't know. She doesn't follow me and will never see my message, but I was like, thank you so much for... Because, like, first of all, they shouldn't have to be on the show if they don't want to. But I was like, I'm so glad that the Gen X people who watch this show, who also don't like her dad, will see that there are kids out there who are going no contact because it's the parents' fault. And I personally always think it's the parents' fault. But, you know, That's like kind of gossip. It's not really my gossip. There's 2 people in my neighborhood fighting in the next door app about the legality of stealing political signs from non-residential properties, such as grass medians. Now, if it's on a public property, I guess you could steal it. The Sister Wives subreddit. What I will tell you is that I'm not in very many subreddits that aren't adult themed. Reddit is an adult website to me. But I am in the Sister Wives one. And I don't get on there very much. So let me say that first. But every time I am on there, people are actually not that cuckoo bananas. It's a lot of people being like, Cody sucks. Like, you know, here's, it's people making edits. He does this thing where he just, like, contradicts himself all the time. So it's people making edits being like, here's him saying, I've never owned a blue shirt. And then they'll, like, show a bunch of pictures of him in a blue shirt. Like, stuff like that. Whoever runs the Sister Wives subreddit, they are putting in the work. Because they do not let anyone misgender Mary's kid, Leon, who uses they, them pronouns. Changed their name, like, 2 years ago. They don't let anyone talk about, if they're like, if you know these people in real life, don't be here. Because, like, we're not here trying to, like, dox them or, you know, we're not trying to, I don't need to know if one of the characters, it goes to the same oncologist as you because they have cancer because they haven't told the show or whatever. You know what I mean? They're like, that's not, which I don't think that's happened, to be clear. And I was like, these people are nice. Much nicer than other Reddits I've been a part of. That's for sure. But I only go there to type in, like, you know, so-and-so. I don't know. I tried to find out who's vaccinated the other day to see if anyone knew. And no one knew, which is a great example of them not sharing, you know, information like that. But I'm nosy, so. There's 2 neighborhood groups on Facebook. For one is Blank Neighborhood and the other is Blank Neighborhood, the non-hating group. I'm like that with the Buy Nothing group in Salem. Perhaps you've heard. The official Buy Nothing group. I've talked about it on stream before. It may have been Penn Les, but somebody was like, I bet it's because of they only want rich people to keep rich people things, and they're so right. Which is so annoying. But anyway. The actual... Yeah, Christine also said that she was vaccinated. The actual, like, Buy Nothing, as in, like, related to the Buy Nothing movement groups are all separated by, like, neighborhoods. So they'll be, like, Southeast Salem, Southwest Salem. And, like, they want you to send in your address to, like, prove that you're like, in the right one. And I've tried to join a couple times by saying, like, I don't want to give you my address, but I live next to these major roads. The gerrymander the Buy Nothing group is so true. Here's the thing. If I want to join the Buy Nothing group in bumfuck Ohio, that should be my business if I want to drive all the way to Ohio to get something. Like, I don't understand. What if I'm just nosy is so true? Like... also, they should let anyone join. And if somebody tells on you for being like, this person keeps saying they want something and then doesn't come to my house, then they can kick you out of the group. I don't understand. I forgot about fencing. Oh my god, Arrow, that's exactly what it's like. What if you're a poor in the wrong group? I had a person in a Buy Nothing group tell me my address is on the wrong side of the street. What? I just don't understand. Also, like, I could be wrong, but wasn't, like, the Buy Nothing movement, wasn't the whole purpose, like, just things not going to waste and, like, helping out people? Like, why are you trying to be... So, I don't know, you know? I don't think my father, the creator of the Buy Nothing movement, would appreciate this. It's so weird. Okay, who do we think bought the last house? We've got Broccolo, and then who's this, Maggie? Oh my god. Okay, it's not gonna be Gail. Pinky? Pinky. I could go one of two ways. Let's look. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Pinky. Okay. I can get behind it. I think her shirt's a little ugly, but I can get behind that. It's 100% racism. It has to be. But the line is so long. Hey, LK, maybe they'll feel so bad for you they'll buy your gas. Consider this. Correct that people's heads are filled with worms. Oh no, not the worm heads. Okay. What did I say was next? How do I do the villager hunting thing? Do I have to ask him to buy property? Let's see, what should I do? Okay. Yes. Oh my god. People spamming MLMs is so true. Yes, I agree not to binary. Maybe that's a thing. Like, maybe that's what they're trying to avoid. It is staunchy anti-negative post, and it gets so dramatic. The way people will hate on the woman who's been adminning it for years. This county food negativity allowed. Oh, anyway, sorry. Yeah, that was how I started the story. Is I joined Buy Nothing Salem, Oregon, no rules, and I was like, thank you, God. Too much sky. You should have asked them for money. You should have been like, money, please. I don't want to talk to you. Can you give me money? Can you sell drugs on there? Good point. Maybe. I've never tried. But nothing Salem gone rogue. I feel like I have great ideas for Facebook groups all the time, but I don't want to, oh my god. What I'm describing is our own Discord, because like what I actually want is like a place I can send memes and be like, man, it's crazy having a baby, right? And then that's kind of it. Frog roof? Gone sexual? I would just lie and say I live in my friend's house. I just don't understand. I don't want to give my address to these random people who are the managers of this page. I have a friend that requires men to send her money to talk to her if they only send her hi. God, that's my dream. Buy Nothing After Dark. I'm gonna start sending my dad Venmo requests. Just kidding. He hasn't talked to me in like 3 months. So. Oh no. I forget Oklahoma is like a red state. I don't think of it as one. Oklahoma. More like Oklahoma. Oh no. Emotional neglect tax. Pay before you continue. Did I say tax? Tax. I haven't gotten the money rock yet. Maybe it's this one. Oklahoma phobic is so true. I think that's something. We're the 3rd most read by likelihood to vote for Trump. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Okay, that's just clay. I don't want that. What I want is money rock. Where the hell is the money rock? Yeah, are you guys still thinking about moving? Yeah, I'm so itchy. Oh, perfect. Good job. Minnesota. What's going on in Minnesota? I'm trying to think if there's anywhere. I love living in Oregon so much. He would probably fall for a phishing scam. Sounds like the perfect reason to send him a Venmo request to me. You just have to pick a winter sport activity. I do not have that. Oh yeah! I was just thinking about Minnesota the other day. Why is that? Y'all. The worms are in my brain. The worms are coming from inside my brain. Okay, let's go put some of our supplies back. And then I think we skipped it tomorrow? See if we can meet... See if we can meet the people who are going to move in. What do you think? Here's my really nice house. Oh, wait. This is the way I need to do it. Okay, so let's put back wood. I might need those. Oh, yeah. That's so true. My brother and sister-in-law are coming to visit here like 3 days after the election. And they're like coming from Alabama, wearing masks on the plane because they're coming to meet the baby, obviously. And I was like, haha, I'm so sorry. I hope it's fine and not that stressful. We burned down a police department and scorched another during 2020. That is way more interesting than I thought the things you were going to say. What's the subreddit for men's sad apartments? I don't know. Okay, I don't know if they'll have this in your city, but we have like a board game cafe here in Salem. No, I've never been, but I've always wanted to go. What was I doing? Oh, I'm gonna sell stuff. This is not where I need to be. Okay. Run, 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 run. That's this house? You're right. It's so sad. It's because while I like decorating, what I like is Happy Home Designer, where I already have all the stuff. I don't think I want cute floor lamp. I definitely don't need this cherry. We might go to a rural family where who lives on a piece of land for election day. That's not a bad idea. In 2020, we had just moved to Oregon. Like, we didn't have any. We were sleeping on a pull-out couch that we bought at the thrift store. It was so scary. Oh my god, I'm not looking forward to election day. Let's not talk about it. Haha, solved it. No more thinky. Instead, I only think about Animal Crossing. All right, let's save this. And then we'll skip to tomorrow. Yeah, everyone else tell me fun facts about where you live. I mean, don't dox yourself. Don't be like, we're the #1. My house is the #1 fart city of America or whatever. Nothing Googleable like that, but... Who are you guys voting for in the Animal Crossing mayoral election? Who do you think would be better at running the city? Hello, welcome. I think Tom Nook's doing a pretty good job, but let's say he dies. Let's say he dies. I mean, yeah, Isabel I think is the practical choice. Minnesota created the Honeycrisp apple. It's my favorite kind of apple. I have 3 in my fridge right now. Ooh, Blathers is a good choice. Who's texting me? Hold on. The baby's here. Ireland had a 3-year period of no notable inventions after the invention of whiskey. Well, why would they? The streets in the north part of the city are named after presidents in chronological order to help immigrants studying for their immigration exams. We were busy. That's so cute. Chicago. Sorry, I made the wrong noise. Chicago is not called the Windy City because of the wind. What do you mean? The Onion City. Oh, that'd be great. Gremlin Lady, do that. Welcome. I'm not non-binary. My husband is. They're not here. They're not here, but I leave the hashtag in the thing because they do stream. And it feels rude to take it out. You know what I mean? I'm unfortunately just cis. Sorry. My pronouns are she, her. Onion City from its indigenous name, but the name Windy is from the history, quote, windbag politicians. We've been together 7 years next month. Crazy. You're trying to honeypot trans people. Say sorry, trans people. I should do. I'm just cis. Like, I'm just Ken. Sorry. Maggie's here. What I am more than anything is a hot girl. Oh, I can take the customization workshop. I'm being bullied in the chat, everyone. Welcome to my stream. My stream bullies me for 2 hours, not clickbait. The P.O. box is back up. Ayo. Yes, it's back up and running. It didn't work for like 2 weeks. The people at the post office were so nice. We went and we were like, hey, girl. Sorry, we had a baby, and then one of us had surgery. So we forgot to pay for this. Can we get the same one back? And she was like, yeah, we didn't give it to anyone else. You just have to pay this fee. I was like, oh, thank you. She was so nice. She was like, yeah, we were wondering where you guys were, but like, you know, April or whoever the other girl is, she was like, told me you guys had a baby. Congratulations. That's so exciting. You said you were unbelievable, and we're trying to prove you wrong. You know what? I'm hearing that. I'll be stronger next time. You guys are keeping me honest. What I need to do is cut down some freaking trees. I have way too many trees. Because I keep planting them. Oh, I forgot to plant my other one yesterday. Rockalo! I see you moved in pretty quick. What are you doing? I like his weird helmet hair. Ooh, yeah, teach me. He is really cute. I love the mice. I love that they're like this tall. She's gonna do a training montage between now and next stream. I should. I'm so glad I have a less ugly shirt now. I have an autism diagnosis appointment. I love these weird signs. This one looks like a wave. Okay, let's say hi to everyone. Oh my god, he's doing his airplane thing. What is he holding? Oh shoot, I don't think I have anything. Oh, I'll give him a fishing vest. Did he give it to me? He is cute. He's not... Hey, good. Are you hunk? That's how I talk to my friends. Okay. Picking this up. I don't think he's not girl to me. I'm sorry, Pinless. Now, he is at least a little girl, as assigned by putting him on this island. Since the Animal Crossing gods put him on the island. No, 7. How did that happen, baby? Walk us through it. No. We're all biologically half girl. On my mother's side. These are kind of ugly, girl. No thanks. Hey, Daisy. Cherry. I keep calling her Daisy. See you later. Okay. What the hell did I say I was gonna do? I need better... that's what I need. I need better chopsy. What the fuck do I need? Wood, and an iron nugget. Okay, let's try it. So maybe there's an iron nugget in here. My luck, this is gonna be the money rock. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Nice. Okay. I mean, you know, not as many as I would have liked, but go off. Okay. That's so true. At least you're not alone. Okay, what else? I already forgot again. Oh my god, I hate having to get wood. I was very brave for not shaking this tree first, I'm remembering. I keep thinking this dragonfly is a squirrel. As if they just suddenly put squirrels in the game. Stop it. Jail. All of a sudden, everybody's got all these jokes.
It was shocking me.
No. Are 2 people building a bed right now, though? That's what I'm learning. I love boner jokes. I can't believe I didn't think of it. That's me. Breaking tools left and right. Let's go. Oh, man. Okay. What do I need? Now I just need the axe, which I can make, right? I think so. Let's look. Actually, maybe not, because I haven't picked up any. What? Did you hear my voice? Okay, let's get some tree branches from my house. They do not want me to have a good axe. They do not want me to have a good time. I can't breathe, girl. Girl, I can't do it. Okay, no, no, no. I want a lot. Thank you. My goodness. Sometimes it's like that. I also I haven't figured out how to get any more flowers. I'm playing this really slow, though. I'm trying to not... Okay, good. I was about to be so sad if I forgot to put them in my pocket. What I should do is build my own crafting table. Will I do it? No. You can't make me. I like to go see Tom. Oh. Hey, girl. Oh, I don't know, Gremlin Lady. That's a great point. Maybe? I feel like more than anything, my brain is so sleepy from how sleepy I am. Yeah, I gave him an ugly shirt. I don't like him, but the only way to get them to move off of your island is to be nice to them. You can't bully someone off your island. I don't hate him, to be clear. Antonio, he seems nice. I didn't make progress. Yeah. That's me with Stardew Valley. I play the first year of Stardew Valley just like boom, 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 boom. And then I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm not interested. And I know that it gets better and different and more interesting, but I'm like, nah, it's been done. You know? I'm about to get rid of these trees. There's way too many trees around here. Oh man, did my shovel break and I didn't do anything? Oh, okay, good. Oh, actually that's where I want it, so I don't know why I did that. Burying a money tree. Nice. Yeah. I'm practically from the Lorax. Watch out. Okay, time to go around cutting up some trees. 100% Stardew Valley? You're lying. Is that even possible? Does it not just go on forever? Have you ever seen me and the Lorax in the same room? I would not Lorax in a box. I would not Lorax with your fox. That's so true, Grimmel Lady. There's an in-game perfection. Interesting. I think it is. I think everyone's right. Like, it is infinite, but also there is, like, a way to, like, beat it. I do love Stardew Valley. It's such a good game. Every time I'm a little stressed out, I'm like, I could start a new farm. Felix just started a new farm. It's such a good game. Remember when I didn't like it? Raise your hand if you were here when I was like, okay, I'm just going to play Stardew Valley every day for a week and trick myself into liking it because everyone likes it so much. And it worked. I was like, I don't get it. And then it was like one day I woke up and I was like, can't wait to play Stardew Valley. Yes, it comes out. 7's here. It's like November 6th, maybe? That's when it comes to consoles. Rock. The 4th. That's election day, is it not? I'm still waiting for a different game that's Stardew but not weirdly racist. What do you mean? No, people love it. People love it. I haven't seen it. Tuesday, November 5th. Is election day. Yeah. It looks so good. I am scared. Okay. I guess I should go look for... Let's go look for all of our... Oh, I haven't gotten that far. I've been to the desert a couple times. Yay. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what Haunted Chocolatier looks like. It feels like it's always November 4th, and that can't be true, because the days move around. I wish they didn't, though. Boy, oh boy, do I. Okay, I'll do this one since I went through the effort of digging those. What is Ginger Island supposed to be? The desert, I feel like, you know, makes sense. But I thought Ginger Island was like... I thought it was like redheaded beach house. Oh, here we go. My birthday falls on election day this year. Oh, that's so sad. No, that's so fair. It's not the same, but I've certainly done that with fat characters in books. He's being so loud. Oh, that's so much. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I can't imagine having a birthday around, like, anything big like that. Although I love my birthday, and not everyone loves their birthday, so maybe other people won't be as stressed. Yeah, I am really excited for Haunted Chocolatier. Very curious what it's going to look like. Very curious if he's taken some notes. Sorry, I'm listening to the baby. In case you can't tell from how quiet I'm being. Nice. Can you imagine? Here's the thing, though. I don't think it's fair to call everything colonization in a video game. I'm talking about Animal Crossing, to be clear. I completely hear what you guys are saying as a Stardew Valley. Oh, he's talking. I mean, he's babbling. Because I do feel like... Yeah, no one lives here. These trees... Nothing was happening with them. This is a magical place that is hurting no one. Although I guess to be fair, maybe that's true. I haven't gotten that far in Stardew. So I can't speak to that. We got here. They had multiple empty islands. To be fair, does it take place on Earth? Because I don't know if you guys know this, but like we do not have a raccoon working at our post office. What planet is Animal Crossing on? Asking the real questions. If I did buy an island, though, magically that had no one on it. This isn't even a fun game. I couldn't do that. I'm not even saying, like, from a moral standpoint. I would just be so... I don't know if you guys know this. I'm not outdoorsy. I would never be, like, go somewhere. Even people who are like, oh, I bought land that I'm gonna build a house on. That's in the middle of nowhere. That sounds like a nightmare to me. To have to figure out how to get, like, water and you have to drive like 30 minutes to the nearest store. I was meant to live in the future. I just think sometimes it's not that serious, and sometimes it is. Maybe I'm just burnt out on all the infighting that keeps happening between leftists and liberals, but I'm tired. What I want is to play my little game where my best friend is a little alligator. Oh, my so dumb. Do you hear him? Oh my god, speaking of people in real life having too much land. My dad, who I don't really talk to. Maybe I told you guys this already. No, it couldn't have been. It was when we weren't streaming. So he and I don't talk very much. Doesn't matter, not super relevant to the story. But he has like a best friend at work. Oh my god, this is just so... My dad's very Trumpy. My dad's the kind of guy who took ivermectin. Okay, that's what we're dealing with. That's not super relevant to the story either, but just to put things in perspective. So he has a like best friend at work who is his same age, and they're both like considering retiring, but they want to retire at the same time because the company hasn't like treated them very well over the last few years because they're a company, so they're trying to like get people out of like giving them retirement. So they're talking about how to do that, so they want to retire at the same time. And he was like, yeah, well, my friend Tony, like, he really wants to retire, but, like, he just doesn't know what they're gonna do. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, you know, are they not gonna do what everyone does, like, when they retire by, like, golfing and going on vacation more and, like, you know, hanging out with their kids? And he's like, well, they don't have any kids. So, like, they just don't know what they're gonna do. Right now they have this thing where they have, like, 200 acres of land in Tennessee. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that about Tony. And he was like, yeah, and then what they do is, like, they bought all this land a long time ago when it was cheap. And then, like, these, like, farmers need it to, like, make stuff for, like, the farmer's market and, like, grow crops. So they rent it to them. And then they get a percentage of, like, the profit that the farmers make from the land. And I was like... That sounds, mean. Just, like, mean is the first word I could think of. I was like, why don't they sell the land? They're not using it. And he was like, yeah, well, like, you know. I had no idea. I was like, why don't they, like, cause like, the reason Tony doesn't want to retire is because he was like, it's, like, so much work being a landlord for all this land. And I was like, is it so rough, Tom? Because, like, you could just not own the land. You could sell it. Poor rich landlord. He also was like, yeah, well, you know, they need the money. Like, not they need the money. It wasn't like that. But he was like, you know, they also have property in Florida. And then they also have, like, a house in, like, the Bahamas. And so, like, he just doesn't know when he retires, like, they're gonna have to get rid of one of those places. Because, like, the company that they both work for is only gonna pay him, like, you know, a certain percentage of what he makes right now. And it won't be enough to keep, like, all three. Oh, is that so hard for Tony? How will he live with only one house? How will he live with only two houses? I was like, okay, I'm done with the conversation now. I was like, that's so crazy, because most people my age will never even own a house. And he has 3! That's crazy! And he was like, well, he's been working for the company for, you know, 40 years or whatever. He's been working hard. And I was like, okay, I have to go. We can't be talking anymore. Here I am, just a silly poor with no houses. So crazy of me. I'm different. What can I say? Okay, what time is it? Glad I'm not Tony is so true. I don't know, Gremlin Lady. The way that he was saying it makes it seem like it's like acres and acres. Here we are, just 1 month's rent from being houseless. So true. I mean, not us, because we live with Felix's parents, but like... My dad used to also do this thing when we were growing up, where he would be like, well, we're living paycheck to paycheck. Like, we... You know, everything's so stressful. And to this day, he maintains that we were living paycheck to paycheck. And I think, like, I guess that phrase is technically true. But, like, as an adult now who has my own adult expenses, we had a boat. And, like, we went on vacation every year. And, like, we had, like, very big Christmases. And I'm really grateful for those things. Don't get me wrong. But, like, if we were not doing those things, we wouldn't be living paycheck to paycheck. Like, we were living paycheck to paycheck in theory because my dad was paying off credit card bills on time in full amounts. Because he was like, well, yeah, he's one of those guys who's like, it's stupid to have a credit card that you don't pay off every month. And I'm like, well, why do you have it then if it was in your bank account the whole time? But, you know. Yeah, I mean, I've met Tony. He's a fine guy. I just don't... It's not a fun conversation for someone to be like, man, this guy has so much money. He doesn't know what he's gonna do. And I'm like, okay. All right, I have to go. Felix always says my parents did this fun thing where they gave me like things like food insecurity, except we were rich. So it's just really interesting because I have no concept of money, and yet also I had a lot of food insecurity because my parents would be like, haha, we can't really afford to go to the grocery store. But we could. No one wanted to go. Or no one was sober enough to drive. So that's not the same. Man, this guy doesn't want to retire because he doesn't want to sell one of his 3 houses or his 200 acres. Oh, it's so hard. Man, how does he do it? How does he do it? Anyway, sorry to be a bummer. Moving on. Not the same, but a secret third thing. So much. Okay, I think we... Let's go to tomorrow. Meet Pinky. Oh, let's go, Cherry. What is it? Oh, I haven't introduced myself to Maggie. She said that. People with enough money use credit cards for rewards points and credit scores. Must be nice. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't think that's... If you have the money to pay off your credit card in full, obviously you should do that. My parents do this thing. They did this thing where they were like... They had the money as an adult now. I'm like, they had the money to put us through college. Not comfortably because they're just like upper middle class, but like if it had to happen, it could have happened. She's so cute. I think I've seen her before. Anyway, but then my whole life they were like, you have to get scholarships or you're not going to college, but you have to go to college. Which is just so interesting because they bought a new vehicle like every 3 years. And like, there's just so many things as an adult now where I'm like, we weren't poor. We weren't. We could have had more money. Anybody could have more. We weren't poor. What do you mean? Replacing your car before it's falling apart is so unrelatable. It's also just like, I mean, don't, like, am I wrong? Isn't it, like, incredibly unsustainable? Like, is it, like, shouldn't we be all trying to hang on to things for as long as we can, always? Like, you know? I don't know. I did get enough scholarships, though. Write that down. I did not have to pay for school. My parents bought my books like my last year. What I don't understand is as tuition goes up, your scholarship doesn't also go up. So if you get a full ride to somewhere, they should keep doing that. Yeah. Because I had a full ride to my college for a while, and then by my last year in school, tuition had gone up enough that I had to pay for my books and I think like one class. The most sustainable car is the one you already have. Get nitty. If it's for a set amount that's already full tuition, it should just keep being full tuition. They have enough money at that school. They keep emailing me asking for more, and I'm like, do you think I have money to give it to you? I got a degree in musical theater. You were there. If we don't constantly consume, how can capitalism? That is so true. Maybe we won't go to tomorrow because I said I would finish at 1:30. I don't know, man. Sorry to be a bummer today. Matt, let's tell a good story. The good story is that my brother and my sister-in-law are coming in a few weeks. Is everyone so excited? I know I am. My college never sent me a physical degree. My parents have it. I don't need it. Okay, Alyssa, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. That was me. When Felix and I started dating. Yeah, she's in there with the baby. When Felix and I started dating, I was like, oh yeah, like we weren't rich or anything. Like we went on like one like real vacation a year, sometimes two. And like, you know, like a bunch of like tiny vacations to like stay with my family in Florida and like, you know, stay the weekend at this place. And Felix was like, I don't think you know what poor is. What do you mean? So it's been like years of me learning things. Part of it is also, if you've ever moved from the South, especially like the deep South, to somewhere that isn't that, I found out, Felix and I have been dating like a year, and we were talking about scholarships. So where I am from, at my school at least, scholarships were like very easy to come by. In total, I probably got like $100,000 worth of scholarships, because you just like, anytime, if you have good grades, if you are in a lot of extracurriculars. I knew very few people who didn't get at least one scholarship for like a very small amount. Now, it was still very rare to get like a full ride somewhere or anything like that. But like, it wasn't, everyone who was in like my AP classes and like my honors classes got like some scholarships as long as they like applied. And then here, out in Oregon, in like newer states, it is not like that. You have to like go find scholarships. And yeah, the big public schools in Alabama will do a grade-based chart and go, here, have money. Yes, it's like if you got a certain amount on your ACT, which I did, you like got a full ride. I don't even remember applying, although I don't have great memories of my childhood, so. But like, Yeah. It was like if you wanted to go to the school and you got a certain grade on the ACT, which some places only take the SAT, and then you had good grades and good extracurriculars, like, you were in. It didn't... What do you mean? And then talking to Felix, we'd been dating like a year. They were like, yeah, people can't afford to go to college. And I was like, oh, do you got, like, you know, you didn't apply for any scholarships? Like, you didn't... Da-da-da. And they were like, you can apply, but they're, like, super rare. And I was like, what? And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, it's because of old money, which is because of racism and slavery, as it always is. Which is bananas. It's just so... I was like, I had no idea. I had no idea how different things were because I was ignorant. But, like, it's so bonkers. Even now, I feel like every month there's something that I'm like, oh yeah, where I'm from, we... Not necessarily something that has that kind of background, but just something that I didn't realize we, like, did differently. Even with some scholarships, some folks can't afford cost of living to go to college. Yeah, to move, number one, to have a car to get there. Even if there's, like, transportation on campus, you have to get to campus. It's just so bonkers. It's so bonkers. And what I will say is, like, what I have learned by having parents who tried to give us a good relationship with money by making it seem like we didn't have any when we did, is that we will have a lot of conversations with our kids about, like, you know, how lucky we are to be able to get this, or, like, how this is special, or, but also not in, like, a you should feel bad that we're spending money on you kind of way. This is also why a lot of folks join the military. Do they not have the scholarship ceremonies where you all celebrate the rare $500 scholarship a single person per graduating class gets? So they have this, like, they call it, like, Honors Day. I don't remember them calling any single person out. They have, like, Honors Day. The top, like, 50 in your graduating class sit on stage at my school. The rest sit, like, in the auditorium, the gym, maybe? I don't remember. And, like, some parents come. They'll announce, like, the top 10, the, like, official top 10. And then they said, like, you know, this graduating class has collectively gotten $2 million in scholarships or whatever it is. And then everybody claps. They don't say, like, who got what, really. But yeah, it was as a class and not as a whole lot. Yeah. In Oklahoma, it was very normal for people to get in thousands for money. But I also went to high school where you were expected to go to college, and it was a richer school in town. Maybe that's it. I had a really big school. A really big, very, very diverse school. So I don't know if it was one of the richer schools. I guess maybe because it was so, like, there were so many different kinds of folks in it versus, like, there were definitely schools that were, like, low-income schools. My school didn't allow the military to come in to advertise. That is bonkers. The military came to our school. They landed a helicopter on our, like, band field one time to, like, recruit people. Now, it was planned. It's not like we were in the middle of doing marching band practice and they were like, everyone get over, we're landing a plane or a helicopter. It was known. It was not a secret. Yeah. That's so bonkers. Yeah. Yes. My school wasn't doing it for ethical reasons. It's because they were snotty. Snooty. Sorry, I can't read. Yeah. It's just so interesting. It's so interesting. I think that's the thing it's why I try to never say, like, a blanket statement. Like, we all say ACAB, you know what I mean? Like, all cops are bastards. But I try to never say anything like that about the military because there are so many people who were preyed on by recruiters for the military. There are so many people who, because of the military, have homes and other good things happen to them. So I don't ever want to be like, I'm not trying to shit on how anyone got. You know what I mean? through school or whatever. But it's hard because, like, I do not like the things they do. You know? The military is America's pyramid scheme. That's so true. I support veterans, not the military. Yes, exactly. Same. Yeah. Yeah. Heavy subjects today, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed CouplaGoofs Church. It so is, Tony. You're so right. You're so right. Sorry, we watched A Cinderella Story yesterday. Now I'm in my Hilary Duff era again. Yeah. Let's see. Such a good movie. Oh no. I never took that. I didn't even know. I thought you had to already be there to take it. I don't know anything. You know what? And something about me is I don't know anything. Alex, every day I learn something horrible. And you know what? I'll end on a good note. Every day I also learn something nice. Let me think of something nice I learned recently. Did you know that when you are pregnant, doesn't matter how long you were pregnant. So if you had a pregnancy loss or if you were like full term, everything went great. Your cells have mixed like with that baby cells. And so like for years and years and years afterwards, they can find like DNA and like cells of that baby in your like body. That's really nice. It's really exciting. It's also so crazy because like people talk about the bond that you feel with the person that you grew, and they're like, it's so crazy, it's so indescribable, and they're just so right. I wish that there were words to describe it. It's so cool. Yeah, I can't think of anything that's not parent related for good news, so sorry everyone. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful, amazing. I hope that everyone's doing great. Sorry that it was kind of a bummer towards the middle-y end. Next week we won't do that. Next week somebody yell at me. But yeah. New vlog came out today. Thank you, Veronica, for editing. The one that's going to come out next Sunday will be the baby favorites video. People have been asking about that since Gonzo was born. I don't know how long it'll be. I'm editing that one, and then I'm also going to edit the next week's, which is going to be a super long decluttering video, which I'm excited to do. I'm so excited to film it. It will take a long time, though, so. But yeah. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I'm so proud of you. Please drink your water. Don't just say that you're drinking your water. And I think that's it. Okay, I love you so much. Goodbye.